1. Project implementation status. Analysis of project implementation status report reviewed for audit reviewed that 357 projects worth 1.1 billion were completed and in use, while 175 projects worth 625.5 million were either ongoing, not started, or stored as tabulated in Annex 2. This is an indication of inappropriate project implementation mechanism, as projects worth 625.5 had not reached a level beneficial to the county residents, and there is need for the county executive management to review their project planning mechanism with a view of prioritizing projects which will be implemented during the financial year, resulting to our impact in improving service delivery to the citizens of Nyeri County. In the circumstances, Chair, the residents of Nyeri did not get the expected value for money from allocated and disbursed amounts of shillings 625.5 million. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, the COVID-19 pandemic delayed implementation of some of the planned activities and programs. All source revenue collection was also not optimal due to the containment measures, and the county treasury has nevertheless remained committed to streamlining its process for optimal utilization of allocated funds as planned and budgeted. During this financial year, 175 projects were rolled over and paid for as the first charge in the following financial year, since the National Treasury also delayed the release of June 2021 exchequer. Concerted efforts have, however, been applied in tracking development activities in all parts of the county so as to ensure that no one is left behind while we strive to deliver services and development to the Nyeri citizenry. County government departments have continued close monitoring of projects and programs through preparation of weekly reports that ensure timely corrective measures are taken. Annex 8B clearly indicates that.
Thank you. I want to go to the team that came from the county assembly. Can you get sound? Do you have your sound?
Yes, we have.
Okay. The projects which you notice that issue, that query over there. As the assembly, have you had an opportunity to sit down and look at these issues in terms of whether you've either visited any projects or debated this matter in the assembly amongst yourselves, and especially with the committee?
Not yet.
You haven't? Okay. Smiley?
Thank you, Chair. The 175 projects which the county executive has given us the status report, we are here to visit, and I'm requesting the committee to give us time now that our office is just based in Nyeri, even before we retreat for report writing, and visit the 175 and give a report, Chair.
Yeah, Honorable Methu.
Thank you very much, Chair. And I would want, anyway, because the area senator is here, so we shall benefit from his knowledge of all these projects.
Yes.
But I think, first of all, if what has been written as the management response is the true status of things on the ground, I think it's fair to congratulate the governor that all the 10 projects now seem to be complete, the ones that were queried. One final thing that we have been grappling with as a committee and as a Senate, to call Irori dispensary complete, in your opinion, what is, is it the building that is complete, or people are getting services there?
There are two things. There is the completing the project and then operationalizing. So that it's clear that...
so it is complete but not operationalized?
Irori is operational.
Okay, yeah, but I don't want to go to the details of Irori, Kemahore, and because I know those places, Biriri, and the other places. Yeah. But I would want you to take it to be the recommendation of this committee that yes. It is not fair to spend 2.4 million or 5 million actually, 5 million to build a dispensary, and then we just have a very nice building.
Yes.
You know, we saw a very nice building in some place that we visited. Very nice building that was complete in 2020.
Yeah.
But no patient has ever, has ever used those beds.
Yes.
Even in my own county, we have a very, very, very good, hospital that was built by the military. But for 3 years, it has not been in use. It is not a prudent use of resources if this 5 million is not serving the people, because ultimately what is required is services to the people. So I want you to take it as a recommendation of this committee that for a project to be deemed complete, it should be operationalized. Well, it should be operationalized.
Senator Matinga.
Thank you very much. Through the chair, I think this is an issue that we need to address as a country. Listening to the gentlemen, the only thing that they do is they report the financial status. It is high time that now we extended our audit to also cover the socio-economic status. The conceptualization of most of the project in this country, they come up with the first stage of putting up the asset, that is the construction, vertical or horizontal development, and then from there the second phase is operationalization, which at times even includes only supply of machineries and leaves out the most important bit of sensitization of the community and the local users. These are some of the things that I think as a Senate we should, now that we're talking about the oversight fund, we should insist on, so that we also address the issue of socio-economic impact. And at times the social impact might even outweigh the economic impact. And that is why most developed countries have been able to beat African and Asian countries in implementation of their project.
Thank you very much. I hope that our committee team will pick what Honorable Wamatinga has said, and this is a matter that we can actually deliberate and discuss during our report writing, so that we can escalate to a higher level. OAG?
Thank you, Chair, and the Honorable Senator. I want to assure you that we have scaled up that request. We are doing value for money audit. And again, we are also doing citizen accountability, whereby even after visiting a project, we also interview the citizens on their views on how the project is also helping them. Therefore, that is also taken note, Senator. Thank you.
And thank you. So as we had discussed, I think you heard, Governor, that our team, before you came, we actually met and we discussed, we went through this. We agreed that we are going to let the OAG come to Nyeri. If you can, allow your teams to visit the projects and let them give us a report. And even the committee is intending to come and visit you. Some of these projects, we just now need to have a look at them and see how much has been done and see what are the challenges, so that recommendations can be made which are effective to help you solve the problem.
Just allow some little information, is that 80% of these projects were selected by MCAs and their committees. We have a model where the area, the ward MCA.
Could you please talk to the speaker?
Yes,
we have
a model where the MCA of the area has a committee and they select the projects that they would want done, having been given a certain allocation. And so 80% of these projects were from the wards. And therefore, the MCAs also help us in monitoring and pushing to ensure that these projects are done. Some of them, among them were the Narumoro, our flagship project of the Level 4 hospital, which was actually opened this year by the President. We also have we had a new bus stage. So these are projects that now are operational, and we would really welcome that visit so that we see how things go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe that the model you're giving, and these are really the issues that we are looking at now. Can we get own source ideas, our own things which are going to be more practical and reasonable too? And I think that's why I'm saying they have to record this so that we're able to discuss and engage. OAG, you're next.
Our next audit query is about project physical verification about that 2 projects. These ones we visited and they are complete and in use. Therefore,
In that case, without wasting any time, we move on.
yes, Chair.
Thank you.
The next audit issue is on page 8 of the report about a report on lawfulness, effective use in the public resources. And this is where the senator was coming in about value for money. And the first audit issue is 1.0, non-compliance with National Social Security Fund Act. And that issue is not addressed, and I read, Note 11 of the financial statements reflects Kenya shillings 3.6 million in respect of compensation of employees, out of which Kenya shillings 3.2 million is basic salaries of permanent employees, which includes 5.8 million being social security contributions that were not deducted and remitted as required by Section 6.1 of the National Social Security Fund Member Contributions Regulations 2014, which states that an employer shall pay contributions to the pension fund in respect of each employee in his or her employment as prescribed in Section 20 of the Act. In the circumstance, the management was in breach of the law. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. The contribution of Kenya shillings 5,808,000 could not be paid to Nssf, as not all the employees were eligible for the deductions to Nssf as per the regulations in use by then. The employees that we did not deduct are categorized as follows. Those that were in the LAP fund scheme were eligible, we deducted. LAP trust pension scheme, they were not eligible, they were 71, and therefore they were supposed to, they explained the shortfall of 340,800. We have those that were in the GK pension scheme, not eligible, 404 of them, with a figure of 1.9 million. We have the Government of Kenya old scheme, we didn't have any. We have the county pension fund, where we had 464 employees who, according to the Act then, were not eligible for deductions of the 2.2, and then employees on contract on graduated terms who are not eligible, we had 271 for a figure of 1.3 million. And the total is that we had 1,210 employees who did not qualify to get deducted Nssf then, which brings us to that figure of 5.8 million. But however, Chair, it is important to know that the Act has been changed and all our employees are eligible under the new Nssf regulations, and the county is now compliant according to Annex 14.
Ismail?
Thank you, Chair. For the dashboard report about the 1,210, we have seen the list, Chair, explaining the exceptions. In our brief, we had said we hadn't, but from an attachment, we have seen an attachment of the listing. You can verify.
So are you comfortable with what he has said, that as he looks at it, even when the governor's made those explanation as to why the payments were not made, he says the law has now changed, and according to him, everybody right now is actually on Nssf deductible. Are you comfortable with that?
That's actually a statement of fact, because nowadays there is no exception.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a matter that we can assume has been sorted out.
True, Chair.
Thank you. Can we go to the next one?
The next one is about pay as you earn. The issue has been addressed, Chair. Then with your permission, the next issue is 3.0, unconfirmed KRA tax receipts is again also resolved. We move to 4.0, Chair, and I read about basic deduction in excess of other basic rule.
Maybe I don't know, maybe today is on the last day. I've never seen you this fast. I think I've been sitting on this committee, as a member of this committee, and today has been the fastest day that I have seen you. I think this is commendable speed. But I need to just ask. Through you, Chairman.
Sorry, my apologies. Senator Matinga was saying hello to me.
Through you, Chairman, and I don't know whether I'll be seen to be, to be saying what I'm not supposed to. The last time we were here, Governor, we were grappling with the question of the, the members of staff that are not on IPPD, and we give you as homework to go and ensure that you regularize. What is the status?
We have done so. Yeah, we have done so. It has really cost us. I am sure next year I'm going to come here to answer questions on wage bill, because we had 800 teachers who are not on the IPPD system because they did not. We were not paying them as we should. But fortunately this year we have just translated all of them, so they are now all in the IPPD. There are a few exceptions. Some of my cabinet have been unable to get personal numbers. We are still struggling with that one, but I can report here that 95% are all on IPPD.
Chair, why I wanted the governor for Nyeri to speak about it is because I think it's a model that most governors must come and learn from Nyeri. That the highest ECD paid teachers from our region, let me speak about the region, the 10 Mount Kenya counties, the highest paid ECD teacher is from Nyeri. The only teacher with a certain future is a teacher from Nyeri. So it is doable. We shall be telling the other governors it is doable. Don't come and tell us that you cannot be able to absorb your teachers, you cannot be able to absorb the other people. So I'm very happy if then you are all your staff, or at least a bigger number.
Yes.
I know the challenges that you are having are those ones that you inherited from the national government. I hear that there is a problem in getting their personal numbers. Endeavor to ensure that you have everybody on board, so that it is very easy, even for the Auditor General, to be able to look at your human resource. As much as we look at development, human resource takes a very big chunk of the budget of Nyeri. You've just said that your wage bit is
huge.
60? 60%. Okay.
It's huge.
When I start speaking about the 60%, I'll say I'll water down the good things that I've said about Nyeri.
I wanted to say, Senator, Governor, that many people may not understand what it means to put an employee under IPPD. It simply means, in simple language, that somebody has a pay slip, that they can actually go to a bank and even borrow some little money. So I wanted to say that I appreciate the effort, because you promised us, and we would like, when we come to Nyeri, to actually come and meet this and tell them that because you promised us and you have confirmed, that we appreciate the good work that you've been doing. Sumaili, before we proceed, we have our substantive Vice Chair, Honorable Cherargei.
Thank you, Sessional Chair. Cherargei Kiprotich is my name. Senator for Nandi County, substantive Vice Chair of this committee. My apologies, Sessional Chair. We at TACCU appearing over issues concerning teachers and other matters of GSS. Thank you. We'll follow through.
Thank you very much. Vice Chair, we are actually at, if you can go to 5.0, which is page 10. Sumaili, I send the ball to you.
Thank you. I will not comment on the privileged positions of the senator.